Make a motion. I don't know.
I didn't know it was someone's first name.
No.
Please make that motion. Put snow, well, just what the current pattern is dry. You look out, I mean, when they said 90% last week. Yeah.
There was on the computer, there's a little weather thing on the bottom. You know, like right here, it says 41.
Yeah.
It says tomorrow, an inch of snow. It's not gonna snow.
Just run.
I'd like it to, but
Okay, seeing it's 7 o'clock. We'll call the meeting to order and then we'll do a roll call.
Huber,
Here.
Loest, Kettering,
Here.
Hummel,
Here.
O'Hara, Welsh,
Here.
Clark.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay, have we all had time to review last meeting's minutes? Okay,
I do have a question though. On the very end, it was second by Grant you have? Just wondering who that is.
What's that?
You have second by Grant.
Oh, sorry, I used the wrong name. I will change that.
Okay.
Let's see here. On the last one you said, I'm sorry?
Yep, right before public comment.
All right. I think I meant to say Clark. So I will change that. And so we just need to approve the minutes with that correction amendment.
Move rule.
I'll second.
all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, do we have anything to be added to tonight's agenda?
No.
Okay, with that being said, all in favor, say aye to approve tonight's agenda.
Gotta have a motion.
Oh, we gotta have a motion. I forget about that.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda. Second, Welsh.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we'll do our conflict of interest.
Have none. None. Clark.
Welsh, none.
Hummel, none.
Huber, none.
Okay,
We'll have to wait until 7:05.
yep.
So I could do a little fill in here.
You bet.
The county commission has decided late last fall to develop two task force, one to look at financing and finances, and the other one to look at kind of business development and growth. And the finance one has met for the first time a couple of weeks ago, and the other task force is going to meet next Thursday afternoon here in the office at 3 o'clock. And these two gentlemen are going to be on the task force along with about 10 or 12 other people. And I'm hopeful that we county commissioners keep our mouths shut and listen to what the people are saying, because that's the purpose of it, is to get out input from the community. So we'll be doing that. We'll probably meet. I look at the task force one to probably be an ongoing thing, not meet as often, but the financial one, we're gonna try to get more reporting so that it's more transparent to the community and all of our customers. So, any questions?
Just to elaborate, the one that Commissioner Welch and myself are on is for economic development. Our perspective that we're gonna bring is perspective from people who have come to us before and wanted to rezone, wanted a conditional use, different type of industries, and how our zoning either paves a pretty clear road for them or it shuts them down. How we can support those avenues through this planning board. And then I think I'm assuming I'm on there too, just from a manufacturing side, because that's where my background is in manufacturing management. So what can we do to bring in some more diversified manufacturing or employers? And then, of course, Commissioner Welch has a pretty heavy background in economics and banking, so he can bring in the side of that too, that hopefully make it so that people or companies want to invest in Yankton and see us as a good investment, because that's how we grow. Sum it up for you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, it is 7:05.
Good evening, commissioners. First on the agenda is Rikens RV Park conditional use permit. Applicant is requesting a conditional use permit for a swimming pool in a campground in a lakeside commercial district per Article 11, Section 1105, Article 18, Section 1805, and Article 19, Section 1905. Said property is legally described as Lot 11, Whitetail Run in Section 16, Township 93 North, Range 56 West of the 5th PM, Yankton County, South Dakota. E911 address is 3912 Buck Street. There was a previous owner to this campground, and they had a conditional use permit. Mr. Evans bought it last year, I believe. And he would like to put a swimming pool in. The blue area is the campground at the bottom right, the southeast corner. I've kind of outlined where he wants to put it. And of course, when he puts it in, he'll have to meet the appropriate setbacks.
Do you guys want to hear anything from the applicant?
Sure.
Just give us the lay of the land.
Hi, my name's Matt Evans. Like Bill said, I bought this about a year ago. And we're kind of trying to make some improvements. We've added almost 250 trees basically in there to make it, more of a campground. We redid all the gravel roads, widened the sites. We put sod on every one of the sites. We're really trying to clean this up, make it look good over there. I also own the RV park to the south. One thing, Bill, can you zoom in for me on that red part? Okay, so below the red part, you can see the entry there. So we're moving that entry to line up with Jonas, which is to the south there. You can see that road. Yeah, right there, that's Jonas. It really messes with the flow of traffic coming in there. Like if they have friends at the other campground or something like that, they have to go out and around, and that's not like an exit and an entrance. Like we have an exit on the left and the entrance on the right. It just flows better that way and it's safer. So we're gonna move the entrance over there so it lines up with Jonas. So that whole area on the corner will be, grassy area and concrete around the pool. We also need a pump house for the pool to hold the pumps and the heater and everything. And then we'll add bathrooms and showers there. We've noticed that if the bathrooms aren't next to the pool, because we have another pool at our other one, if they're not there, there's a lot more chemicals we got to put in the pool because they're all dirty and everything. So we'd like to put that there also. But like Bill said, we'll meet all the setbacks as far as that goes. One question I did have, so when I put my pool at Paramount, I don't think we had any setbacks to meet on that one. And I know a couple other parks, like theirs is right up to their property line. Does the pool itself have to meet it since it's not a structure?
Well, it is considered a structure since it's permanent, even though it's in the ground. That's how since I've been here, we've treated them.
Okay, yeah, like we didn't have to do that on my park. I know Whitetail is right on the property line on his. I don't know. I mean, I guess I was told it wasn't a structure. So I would have to be 25 feet from the side
No,
and
10 feet. Oh, your lakeside commercial, 25 feet. Yes.
and then 50 from the front. Gosh. The pool itself is 30 feet by 60 feet. Let's see here. I just want to make sure that'll work.
So the purpose for us would be is, do we feel like you're a good fit for a conditional use? And we can
Yeah.
put on there, the conditions are that you meet, our zoning regulations, right, with setbacks included. You get approved from tonight, if that's what happens, right? You go on to the county commission if they approve you, and then of course, the next process, permitting and all of those things is where you can sweep up some of the details on you can still ultimately decide if you don't want to proceed right now, but
Yeah.
I guess from my recommendation is I think we as a group should work with the conditional use. You have them at other locations, other campgrounds have them. We have an established practice. The other stuff that comes in effect is obviously before you put it in the ground. So
Mhm.
before you think too
Gotcha.
much out loud and
Yeah.
like talk yourself out of it, I
Yeah.
figured I'd let you know that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, just because we give you the blessing doesn't mean you get to go dig a hole.
Yeah, I understand
Yeah,
that. I know I
so-
gotta go to
Yeah.
the commission also, so. But yeah, that's the plan of it, basically. As far as that goes, it'll have concrete all the way around. It'll have a fence all the way around, gated lock. We close our pool and stuff at dark. I know there's other campgrounds that don't, but we have it all gated so nobody can get in there.
And from your other campground experience, have you had any complaints, any issues, anything
The,
neighboring properties?
we need a bigger pool.
Okay.
That's the only complaint that I've heard. So instead of doing a bigger pool, we're just adding another one to kind of, mellow it out a little bit more, and it's a bigger pool
Tell
too.
them to go about a half a mile to the west.
Yeah,
There's a big one there.
I know. There's just pool people and there's lake people. Like whatever the campers say, I gotta do. So,
The one to the west isn't heated, so that's the problem. So,
yeah.
Cool. Anyone have any questions for the applicant?
Is the pool not allowed currently in the lakeside commercial?
It's listed as a conditional use.
Okay. I was gonna say,
But the other thing is, we issued a conditional use permit for the original owner and that plan. And anything that varies from that plan has to come back through the conditional use permit process.
this is a technicality.
So, think you're good, Matt?
Thank you.
Is anyone from the public here to speak on the pool for Rikens RV? Seeing no one. Okay, commissioner discussion. We can go through the finding of facts. Someone else want to go through the finding of facts, or you want me to do it?
You good?
Okay, great. Okay, question 1, did you specifically cite in the application the section of the ordinance under which the conditional use is sought? So yes, they did do that. Was notice of public hearing given per the section?
Yes.
Correct. I see the addresses. I just had to scroll to confirm. Okay, mailed and published. Public hearing happened. The applicant is here. Planning Commission make a recommendation to include, if we're going to grant the conditional use, grant with conditions or deny. We can do that in a little bit. Planning Commission must make written findings certifying compliance with specific rules. He addressed the ingress and egress to proposed structures thereon, particular reference to automotive and pedestrian safety, traffic flow and control, and access in case of fire. Off right-of-way parking and loading areas where required. Economic noise, glare, or odor effects on the conditional use of adjoining properties. Refuse and service areas, he talked about that. Utilities with reference to locations, availability, and compatibility. Screening and buffering with reference to type, dimensions, character. You don't plan on putting any additional signage as a part of this conditional use permit?
So one thing we do for signs, the signs would only be on the fence of the pool, having all the pool rules, all the pool safety stuff. Other than that, like no, like advertising signage, that's the only signage I would have.
Perfect. Just didn't want one that ended up, bordering the road that said pool this way and it's huge and it lights up. Like that's a different concern for the public, right? So required yards and other open spaces, and then general compatibility with adjacent properties. There's campgrounds in that area and we know there is. So looking at that, what do we have, commissioners?
Pretty straightforward.
Need a motion?
That's what I think we're all looking for.
I'll move approval.
Second, Clark.
Okay. Let's do a roll call.
Huber,
Yes.
Kettering,
Yes.
Hummel,
Yes.
Welsh,
Yes.
Clark.
Yes. Have a good one.
All right, Bob Law Inc., rezone. Applicant is requesting to rezone a parcel zone low density rural residential district, R1, to moderate density rural residential district, R2, per Article 18, Section 1809, and Article 20, Section 2003. Said property is legally described as northeast quarter excluding 8.5 acres, south of the highway and excluding list addition and excluding Lot B in Section 10, Township 93 North, Range 56 West of the 5th PM, Yankton County, Yankton, South Dakota. Basically, Mr. Law has about 136 acres. We'd like to rezone it to moderate density residential, which is 40,000 square foot minimum, and hopefully be able to in the future build some affordable housing. So everybody's aware, it does border Highway 314 on the south and Timberland Drive on the north. And it is adjacent to the city's ETJ right here. So it's this parcel.
ETJ.
So there are the city limits, and the city has a buffer zone outside the city limits that they have jurisdiction over for zoning before the county takes over. So it's not in the city limits, but they have jurisdiction over zoning.
It's planned growth. Yep.
Planned growth.
Basically, the cities knows that hard stop to city limits is not always the hard stop 100 years from now. So the buffer was created so that way, there's whatever you'd call it, dual governance and planning. So we handle it, but they also handle it to make sure it's compatible for the growth that's planned.
Basically, we deal with, in the ETJ, we regulate the floodway, floodplain, and then any signs, they do building permits. But just for reference, I don't know, 10 years ago, west of the limits road was the city limits.
Right.
Now with these new developments, they've annexed those, so now the city limits are out here.
Okay.
And if they wanted to continue on, they could.
Yeah, by statute, they can go up to 3 miles out from the city limits for future annexation.
Okay.
So
And Mr. Law's here if you have any questions.
So, I mean, do we want to have some discussion first? We want to go through finding the fact? Do we want to call the applicant up? We can do public too. We have a couple things we can do here, so. I have no question for the applicant, so.
I don't have any questions.
So, okay, so with that being said, let's move and open up for public comment. So anyone here for the public comment for the rezone of the Bob Law Inc. plat, please come up to the microphone, state your name, and then tell us a little bit about what you want to talk about. Just came to listen to me talk. Nobody wants to talk. Okay, I see no public comment. Okay, let's do the finding of facts. We see all the documents that are required for application for said requests have been satisfactorily completed and all required fees have been paid in full. Looks good to me. Okay. The individual petitioner provides a completed amendment or change of zone requests. Said request states. Correct. Public notice of public hearing was given, so that's done. Public hearing is held tonight. Any party may appear in person or by agent. Nobody came up to speak. The planning commission shall make the findings that the requirements of the section have been met by applicant for an amendment or change in zone. Reasons set forth an applicant justify a recommendation to approve the change in zone. The amendment or change in zone will make possible the reasonable use of land, building, or structure. Looking in the surrounding area, I can say I feel that that is good use. A recommendation to grant the amendment or change of zone will be in harmony with the general purpose and intent of the ordinance. Is screening and buffering with reference to type and dimensions and character, not pertinent at this point. Signs, not pertinent at this point. Required yards and other open spaces. General compatibility with adjacent properties. So of course it is already bordered by other, I'm assuming modern density on Timberland, or is that?
Development clear out here.
Yep.
So there's significant modern density down here too, so.
So in recommending the approval of the petition or for amendment or change in zone, the planning commission may prescribe appropriate conditions and safeguards in conformity with this ordinance. So. Okay, discussion.
Question for Bill or Gary. This is county and would stay county. And then the income would be county, good for the county, right?
Yep.
Not city. Okay. And then to me, it's appropriate, fits. Given the recent development across the street with those lots that we approved. I mean, I think it makes a lot of sense. Perfect fit.
I support what you say, you know. We started this meeting off with Don talking about some of the task force in the county, one of which is the financial task force. And, you know, the county's made it pretty well known, even though some people have said they didn't know, but there will continue to be a budget shortfall if we don't bring value into the county, and ag land is not assessed at the value that obviously moderate density residential is. So this does support the mission. It is next to other surrounding moderate density residential. It is close to town. It is probably what the housing market is looking for at this time. We don't need to get in the weeds about him working with BY Water. Maybe he'll be better off than our other applicants, more successful. But again, from my take, it's a good fit. It's why we're here. So we just need a motion.
I will add that from what we're seeing for single family permits, either out at the lake or in that direction is where people want to go. That's what it seems like.
Well, and we have to mention, as we always do, the floodplain. So going east of this town is highly unlikely, highly not cost effective. So, to take some egg land that's already blocked by 2 residential areas surrounded by ETJ, this is a good move for Yankton County. And if it takes Mr. Bob Law a while to get to it, that's fine. It'll take a while for the development to get out there. So,
I'll move approval.
Second, Clark.
okay, roll call vote.
Huber,
Yes.
Kettering,
Yes.
Hummel,
Yes.
Welsh,
Yes.
Clark.
Yes.
Thank you, Bob, for doing this.
Yeah.
It's,
Thank you.
well, but that, it's been such a short fall of available land to build on that for the last 5 years. This really opens up a opportunity going forward. Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, he just wants to run one of his pieces of equipment. He just wants to go cut some roads in. Yeah. I know, no. Yeah,
Thank you.
Have a good
Welcome.
night.
Yeah.
You bet.
okay, we open up for public comment. My public's leaving me. Oh, it was that boring. Okay, it was that boring, I guess.
Boring is good.
Okay, seeing no public comment. The motion.
To adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second, Welsh.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Meeting adjourned.